It's 11 at night. The deadline is tomorrow morning. You opened the document 3 hours ago. You've written nothing. Instead, you cleaned your desk, checked your phone 11 times, watched a video about a bridge collapsing in 1940. You knew exactly what it was costing you. You did it anyway. So you call yourself lazy, undisciplined, broken. You're wrong. And the real reason you procrastinate is far stranger. Procrastination has almost nothing to do with laziness, nothing to do with calendars or planners or time. It's a fight between two parts of your brain, and the wrong one keeps winning. Start with what procrastination actually is. For decades, everyone treated it as a time management problem. Buy a planner, make a list, try harder. Then a psychologist named Tim Pychyl at Carleton University in Ottawa spent 20 years asking a different question. Not why people manage time badly, but why they avoid certain tasks at all. His answer changed the field. Procrastination isn't about managing time. It's about escaping a feeling. Here's the mechanism. A task makes you feel something unpleasant. Boredom, anxiety, self-doubt, confusion, resentment. Your brain wants that feeling gone, now. And putting the task off deletes the feeling instantly. Researchers call it short-term mood repair. You're not avoiding the work. You're avoiding an emotion that's sitting on top of the work. And the relief is real. That's the trap. It works for about 90 seconds. Then the task is still there. Bigger now, heavier, with a little more shame stuck to it. Why would your brain keep falling for such an obvious scam? Because it was built to. Deep in your skull sits the limbic system. Ancient, fast, emotional. It has one job: make bad feelings stop. Behind your forehead sits the prefrontal cortex, the planner. Evolution's newest hire. It thinks about deadlines, consequences, your future. It's also slow and it tires easily. When these two systems disagree, the old one usually wins. In 2018, researchers at Ruhr University Bochum in Germany scanned the brains of 264 people. The chronic procrastinators had a larger amygdala, the brain's alarm bell, and a weaker connection between that alarm and the region that decides which alarms actually matter. Their alarm rings louder, and the hand that should silence it has a weaker grip. So procrastination isn't a character flaw, it's an anatomy quirk. A louder alarm, a tired planner, and an escape hatch that always works for 90 seconds. But don't relax yet, because here's what those 90 seconds cost you. Now for the numbers. A psychologist named Piers Steele at the University of Calgary has spent his career measuring procrastination. About 1 in 5 adults is a chronic procrastinator, not sometimes, not before hard tasks, as a way of life. And here's the twist. Procrastinators don't even get the payoff they're chasing. In 1997, Diane Tice and Roy Baumeister at Case Western Reserve University tracked students through a semester. Early on, the procrastinators were doing great, less stress than everyone else, fewer sick days. It looked like the strategy worked. Then the end of the semester arrived. The procrastinators reported more stress, more illness, and more doctor visits than everyone else, and their grades were lower. All that borrowed calm got paid back, with interest, and the debt goes deeper than grades. A psychologist named Fuschia Sirois has spent years studying what chronic procrastination does to the body. Higher stress, worse sleep, skipped checkups, delayed treatment. Over the years, chronic procrastination shows links to hypertension and heart disease. You start by putting off a document. You end up putting off your own health. And here's the cruelest part. Procrastinators want to do the work. They care. That's why the task feels so heavy in the first place. Some even tell themselves the famous line, "I work better under pressure." Researchers tested it. It's false. Under time pressure, the work gets faster and worse. The pressure doesn't unlock talent. It just removes the time in which talent operates. So why you? Why does your brain sell out tomorrow so cheaply? Because of something called temporal discounting. Your brain treats rewards and pain in the future as smaller than they really are. The deadline tomorrow is a photograph. The discomfort right now is a fire alarm. It gets stranger. Brain imaging studies by Hal Hershfield at UCLA found that when you think about your future self, your brain activity looks less like thinking about you and more like thinking about a stranger. Read that again. Every postponed task is a package you're mailing to someone your brain doesn't quite believe is you. And every time the trick works, the loop gets stronger. Feel bad, escape, relief, repeat. You're not weak. You're well-practiced. Now, the fair objection. Isn't this just an excuse? Doesn't discipline matter? Chronic avoidance can wreck careers, health, and relationships. That part is real. But the fix is not what you think. Study after study finds that self-punishment feeds the loop. The worse you feel, the more your brain wants to escape. And the escape is more procrastination. In 2010, Wohl at Carleton ran an experiment. Students who forgave themselves for procrastinating on their first exam procrastinated less on the next one. Not tougher discipline, forgiveness. That's what broke the cycle. Then one mechanical trick. Don't wait for motivation. Start ugly. 2 minutes, one bad sentence. Because motivation follows action, almost never the other way around. So tonight, when the page is blank and the alarm in your head starts ringing, don't clean your desk. Write one terrible sentence. Future you is watching, and they're closer than you think.